My name is Sue Danaher, and I'm the president of the Digital Place-Based Ad Association, otherwise known as the DPAA. The Digital Place-Based Ad Association is a confederation of network operators and other stakeholders in the digital place-based world. When I say digital place-based world, what I mean is screens that have content as well as advertising, where consumers can spend time taking in that content, or dwell time, we call it. Well, among network operators, we have a good diversity of membership. We have Aku TV. They operate in malls and universities. Captivate is in elevators. I'm sure you've seen their screens. PRN, Premier Retail Networks, are in all sorts of different retail organizations. Who else do we have? The Wall Street Journal, Office Network. They operate in office lobbies. CNN Airport, you probably have seen them at gates when you're at the airport waiting for flights. And many, many more. In the research realm, some of the stakeholders that we have include Arbitron and Nielsen. In the software arena, we have Broadsign is one of our members. We have several members that are focused on developing software, OurView and Do Media, platforms that make it easier for buyers and planners to evaluate, plan, and buy the medium. Well, our focus is really to drive consistent growth in the medium, and we do that through collaboration with all the key stakeholders. And so we, in addition to our membership, which represents a broad base of stakeholders, we also have a very strong agency advisory board. And that agency advisory board is involved in planning, buying, and evaluating digital place-based media. So there's no one better to advise us than those folks who are involved in consuming this media. We also work with clients as well in they help us understand what their priorities are so we can address them. The DSE came to us about 9 months ago and asked us to help them stage a full day event prior to the main show of DSE. So on Tuesday, we did the Digital Place-Based Advertising Summit, which spanned from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and it was an action-packed day. We had many panels and many speakers, and it really represented the full breadth of work that we do at the DPAA. So there were panels on research, on the agency advisory board was represented and helped us understand what the challenges are and what we need to address to effectively get digital place-based media bought. We had some clients involved as well, and then something new that we did this year, which I was very excited about, was we had a greater representation of the creative world in how to develop effective creative for digital place-based media, because context truly does matter and can be an effective tool for a client, and we're encouraging our network operators to understand that relevance in developing creative images that are relevant to a consumer at the time that they consume it can really be a powerful tool for marketers. Well, some are new, and some are stalwarts and have been involved in coming to DSE for years. Our members normally do come to DSE to learn about new technologies and what's going on in the space. But we also had a lot of new members, particularly of the international realm. We had Russians and Colombians, Brazilians. We had a lot of different people in the room yesterday, so it was a really interesting session, and it was very educational for them to hear about what we were up to here in the States. Absolutely. This show is incredibly valuable. I only regret that there isn't enough time to take in everything that is going on because it is so action-packed. But no, it is very helpful for me to see what else is going on, particularly from a technology standpoint. Intel is here, and they've got a lot of really interesting technology that can further advance what we're doing in the digital place-based space. They're the first that come to mind because I just happened to have the opportunity to get a tour of their booth. But there are many, many others between NFC technology and mobile technology. There's a lot going on in this space that will advance engagement of consumers with digital place-based media. I'd say we're at the very early stages of this medium, and there's something that we like to refer to as SOLO-MO, social, local, mobile technologies coming together in a convergent way that can drive consumer interaction and engagement in a really meaningful way. It's an exciting area. It's like I call it a new sandbox for us to play in. It's good. Hi, I'm Sue from the DPAA, and I'm at Digital Signage Expo. Wish you were here.